everyone, it's Sharonda from Pay Your Weight, and today I'm going to be reviewing Euphoria Season 2, Episode 3, Ruminations, Big and Little Bullies. You guys, first, I'm so sorry that I'm getting this video out late to you all. Right now, I'm in the middle of covering the Sundance Film Festival, so things are a little crazy. I've been watching a lot of movies, also had interviews, so I'm sorry. But also, too, just to let you guys know, there will be a live discussion about Euphoria at 10:30, so if you're watching this, the live is probably happening. I will make sure to link this video to that review when you're done, so don't kill me. I'm sorry. I'll be back on point next week. I promise y'all, okay? So, in this week's episode, let's go ahead and talk about Cal raggedy ass, okay? Because I know what y'all was thinking. Sharonda, we just had this backstory as to why Cal is the way that he is. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, because he's still trash, he's still raggedy, he still gotta go. But we're gonna go back in the day when Cal was in high school, and so we hear the voiceover from Rue, how she talks about that every single day he spent it with his best friend Derek. And so we see how Nate's dad Cal and Marsha met. Marsha was a baddie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Marsha was a baddie, okay? We saw her looking at him at the wrestling practice. But I'm not gonna lie, too. Marsha was a baddie, but Derek was fine, too. So I was just like, Cal had all the hoes, okay? I'm saying hoe in a respectful way, not in a disrespectful way. We all hoes. Like, I don't even know why y'all take that as a bad word. So, Cal and Marsha actually ended up meeting in his junior year. And so Marsha was basically about that life. Marsha is not the woman that we see today who is reminiscing on her high school experiences. Marsha was getting it in, okay? And she was making sure that Cal was getting it in too. She made him push his boundaries, his sexual boundaries most of all, but he actually appreciated that. And so they start hooking up. And then Cal is spilling all this tea to Derek, okay? And so he asks Derek, so I thought it was weird that when Derek had asked where he had nutted after him and Marsha, was getting it on, I was just like, did anyone else think about how Nate asked that question to McKay? I'm just saying, I don't know, but I just felt like it was a lot of similarities there. Like, that's where my mind went to. Maybe my mind is just always in the gutter. I don't know, but we see that as they're having this conversation, that Cal's raggedy ass daddy, Nate raggedy ass grandpa, walks in on them. It's just so disrespectful. The way he busted through the door, I was like, oh my God. I wasn't mad that he busted through the door, because anyone who grew up in, I don't know about y'all household, but in my household, you didn't have no closed doors in the first place. So my mama stayed just barging in the shower, barge in. That's what she did. She even barged in one time and beat my ass because I was supposed to be up. And then she was like, hold on, ho, you still in the shower? She didn't call me a hoe. My mama a child of God. But she beat my ass with a belt in the shower. I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I probably still have trauma from that. But yeah, I do take showers facing the door. So I think I do have a little PTSD from when she actually beat my ass in the shower. But he walks in and then he tells Derek to hit the road. He's like, get your ass up out of my house. And then he told Cal to get up. And Cal was like, no, I'm sick. And he was like, well, ho, you weren't sick a couple of seconds ago when you was kikiing to Derek. You wasn't sick. Now you sick when I asked you to get up. I think he didn't want to get up because he was hard. But that's just me, because once again, my mind be going to the gutter. But y'all know y'all was thinking the same thing too, okay? But we see that Derek and Cal ended up having booths together. They would hang out together, make out together as couples and stuff. And then they even went skinny dipping together. And I'm just saying, I think they was having a little bit too much fun when they were, I know they're supposed to be focusing on the naked women in front of them, but I think they was focused on themselves. But we see that Cal and Marsha end up having sex for the first time. Can I say that? Because when I tried to give Cal a strong 5 seconds, okay? It was more like 2 seconds that it lasted. But I was like, you know what, baby? I've seen what you can do now, okay? So I'm going to let that slide, all right? Because I saw what you was doing last week. But we see this weird conversation that him and Derek are having. Derek is very disturbed when he told when Cal told him that he knows what that mouth do, all right? And Marsha was directing him so he could be the best that he could be, all right? The best that he could be at showing what that mouth do. And Derek just wasn't having it. He got so upset that even in wrestling practice, like Derek basically like beat his ass. And the way that he was staring at Marsha, and the way that Marsha was kind of staring at him like, Beach, why are you staring at me like this? Like, what is the problem? Derek wasn't having their relationship. But did anyone think that Marsha kind of looks like Lexi? Like at first, I was like, is she playing Marsha? But I was like, these are two different people, but they definitely do favor one another. But we see that once they graduate, you know, Derek and Cal, they're going to two totally different schools. And so they decide that they want to have this one last night of celebration with one another. And so they hop in the Jeep and they're driving, they riding, and then it started raining. And I was really confused. So I was just like, I know that Jeeps are supposed to be like these outdoor cars, but like y'all was just driving in the rain and it was just okay. Like you didn't have no cover, no nothing that you wanted to put on. And then even after they parked the car, I was just like, is the car still going to work? These are real questions that I really do want answers to. So if anyone has a car like that, if you guys can let me know in the comment section below, you know, I just want to expand my mind. So I just thought that was a little bit weird. I know I'm supposed to be focusing on Cal and Derek having this last night together, but these were the questions that were still pondering in my head after watching the episode. So they end up going to this bar, and it seems that it's actually a gay bar. And I think that it's really nice, you know, when you see them dancing together. I just thought from how it's shot with a disco ball, with the lighting that it creates, even the color choices that they have, it makes you feel happy. It makes you feel connected and drawn in to what they are doing. And as they're dancing to Never Tear Us Apart, which I thought was a great song choice. And honestly, the music, even from back in the day with Cal, even to present day, the music that they used was definitely top notch, as it always is. Shout out to the music supervisor, because I know they be stressed the hell out. Sam, why you be stressing them out like that? All these damn songs. So they end up kissing. And to see the relief and the happiness on Cal's face when they kiss, when Derek kisses him back, we saw the looks. I mean, it's clear that Derek has to see all these looks, like Cal been checking him out in the locker room, staring at him, and when they driving in the car together. So to see that validation from Derek actually kissing him back, you know, for a moment, I didn't hate Cal's raggedy ass. Just for a moment, just for a little moment, because he still ain't ish. But we see that, you know, after he has this great night, he ends up getting a phone call, and it's from Marsha telling him that she is pregnant. She said, baby, I'm pregnant, okay? I took 3 pregnancy tests just in case you thought that it might be a little misstep. No, baby, I'm pregnant. And to see how it's like at that moment, Cal knew that his life was over, because for him, you know, it's a sense of obligation. Now that he's gotten Marsha pregnant, like, he can't have his life with Derek. And so it just was really heartbreaking to see that. And I really hope that we get to maybe get an update about where Derek is. Or maybe it was just meant for us to see this moment in Cal's life when he was actually happy. Like, maybe that was just a purpose. But because I do care about, like, the Cal before he became raggedy, I do kind of want to see where Derek is, if they kept in touch, you know, what has actually been happening with that. But after we go to present day, we see that Cal has been depressed. He's upset. He's been sleeping on the couch. He can barely sleep. He even thought about shooting himself. I didn't think he shot himself at first, but I was like, nah, Cal bragging. People like that, they don't just kill themselves. And even as he said, like, it's just something that his family would never do, I was like, ain't no way. But we see that this is just the thoughts that he has. So he does what he does best, being a creep, following people, just being raggedy as hell. And he ends up following Fesco, Ashtray. He finds out where they live. And so Ashtray pulled up on him with the gun, all right, because Ashtray don't play no games. And they basically start questioning him. Fesco was like, what do you want? Fesco just always looks stressed out. He'd be like, bruh, I just be trying to just be chill, be happy. And y'all fools, like, what is up with y'all raggedy ass family that y'all all just want to be assholes all the dang on time? I just don't get it. And so he started trying to talk smack. And he did call his son a bitch, though. So, I mean, you gonna call my son a bitch, like, square up, ho, square up. But Ashtray had that gun on him, so he had to let him know. He had to hit him in the head. Then he told him, I'm gonna call the chief of police. They was like, man, do you think we care about some police? Ashtray was like, call the police. He kept hitting him. He threw the phone at him. Down, ho. Down the phone since you want to call the police, since you want to be a snitch. You come up here following me at my house, and then you want to sit up here and then threaten police on me? All right, he beat his ass like he should have beat his ass. Even Fesco had to be like, nah, Ashtray, chill. Can we get Ashtray, like, some, like, counseling, like, anger management? But I guess, like, Ashtray just don't be with the shits. Like, he just don't. He just, like, why do y'all be acting this way? We be minding our own business. Maybe you need to learn how to mind yours. And so, I do think that Fesco be low-key scared of Ashtray, or scared of what Ashtray would do if he's not there to keep him in check. But he ends up having this conversation, and Cal's telling Fesco how he thinks that they're trying to extort him over this disc, and he was like, bro, what are you talking about? And he ends up snitching on himself, telling him that he slept with Jules, who was underage, and he was like, bro, wait, you slept with Jewel? And I was like, sir, but her name is Jules, not Jewel. Why does Fesco keep calling her Jewel? I don't understand it. Like, she has corrected him. Lexi has corrected him. Like, everybody has corrected him at this point. He just don't call her Jewel, so I'm gonna call her Jewel for the rest of the episode, for the rest of this recap. So he snitches about having sex with her, then snitches on himself about recording. He was like, bruh, you recording? Like, did you know you was recording? And then Faye's commentary in this whole back and forth, because then he was just like, I'm confused. And I was like, we all confused, baby, because we just don't get it at this point. Then Fesco has to tell him that Nate is in love with Jules. So now Cal looking crazy. I'm looking crazy. Faye looking dazed and confused as she always is. Ashtray just like, just let me kill him so we can be done with this all together. And so he tells him like, Ashtray, let me holler at you. Basically like, hey Ashtray, like come over here, because we know from previous episodes that you just do what you want to do and you might kill him, and we not trying to kill him like that. And so he tells him, hey, I don't have no recording of you. I don't really care about the story. All I need you to do, you can get up and go, but I just need you to never come back, to leave all of us alone. You and your raggedy ass son, just stay away from us. But Faye was asking the real questions. Faye was the Oprah of the episode, asking, do you and Nate like hook up with people at the same time? Do y'all be doing that? Because I could actually see that. I could see that. I could see that being something in the future with them. That didn't shock me at all. I felt like that was a real question, and I felt like it was a very valid question that Faye had asked. But we see that they end up letting him go, and that's pretty much it with Cal. I did like the whole thing where, you know, when Nate and Cassie are smashing in their house, which I just don't understand. I'm a virgin, so if my parents are watching, I'm a virgin, but I just could never fathom. I'm lying, y'all. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't willingly sleep with someone and be loud so my parents could hear. That just wouldn't be me. And the fact that the parents' response is what I would give to go back to high school. Well, yeah, Marsha, you was getting them cheeks ran in. I don't know if Cal be putting it on you like you should. I mean, y'all got a couple of kids, so maybe he is. But even Cal was like, yeah, because I want to be with Derek. I don't want to be with your ass anyway. So I felt that in my spirit when they made that comment. But let's talk about Kat, because once again, Kat ain't got shit to do in this whole episode. Literally, she's at dinner with her boyfriend, who I just won't even name his name because she don't like him. And when the mama asked, like, tell us about you, and she said, I don't know who I am. I said, baby, you could have came up with something better than that. Even the parents looking like, bitch, why you got us wasting our time talking to this girl at this damn dinner? She don't even know who she is. Why do you want to be with her? Then she was unenthused when he told her that she got in the play. I said, baby, just do us all a favor. Just break up with him, because I don't even want this to be your storyline no more. This is ridiculous. I know we saw the reports as to why she has a limited role in this season, but I would just rather y'all not even use this, because I can't take this torment anymore, and it's only episode 3. So that's pretty much all with Kat. That's like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, we're done. So let's talk about Cassie, because Cassie is another lost soul that I really just be wanting to reach through the TV screen and just lay hands on her and shake her. Just shake the devil out of her that makes her attracted to Nate, okay? Obviously, this clearly has to extend from daddy issues of her father leaving. But this girl be waking up at 4 a.m. to pamper herself for Nate raggedy ass, for him to walk past her as if she does not exist. When he walked past her the first time and then she woke up again at 4 a.m., I wanted to slap the taste out of her mouth, all right? I know, you know, my mom, that's how my mom, man, I really got PTSD, y'all, because my mom used to be like, She slapped the taste out of my mouth. But then when I got braces, she wouldn't hit me in my mouth no more because she didn't want to mess up her monetary investment. She wanted to get her ROI back. But yeah, like I just wanted to slap her. So you getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning to pamper yourself, to shave every damn day? Let me tell y'all something. There is only one person in this world that I shave for before I see them. And that is my massage therapist. Every Saturday, I do get up. I go work out. I go stretch. And I wash my ass, because you should be washing your ass every day. I know that's a problem for some people, so I just wanted to, if you were looking for a sign, do I need to wash my ass today? This is your sign to go wash your ass, okay? Yeah, I shave, and I do a body scrub. I get all the dead skin off my body from my massage therapist every Saturday morning. This is what I do for them. But that's about it. I'm not going to be doing this for no man that's not even paying attention to me. What is wrong with you, Cassie? Even Lexi was looking at her crazy. But when she decided to dress like Maddie that day, I said, girl, could you be any less obvious? And Maddie, why can't you see what's happening right before your eyes? But when she was dressed like Oklahoma... Clearly, most of the people have not seen Oklahoma. Baby, yes, she was definitely dressed like you was auditioning for Oklahoma. I don't know I don't know if the demon possessed you, the demon that makes you attracted and spread your legs for Nate. I don't know if that's the demon that possessed you to put them clothes on, but I don't even know why you thought that was going to be cute, boo. It wasn't it. It just wasn't it. And in the bathroom, when she asked Rue, like, are you on drugs? I said, yes, this bitch on drugs. Y'all can't tell she on drugs? Can't nobody tell Rue on drugs. I just don't understand it. I will be baffled every single episode. But Rue says yes, and they're like, you relapse? And I was like, yeah, sis, you gonna tell them that you relapse? And then she was like, oh yeah, it's just weed. And I was like, baby, it ain't enough weed in the world for the behavior. You be running into doors, doing all types of crazy stuff. It's just not enough weed in the world for you to convince me that this story is true. But we see that she ends up telling Maddie that she's sleeping with Nate and that she's happy. And I was like, sis, how are you happy for a man that you have to sneak on the corner at night to go sleep with on Friday? He can't even smash your cheeks on a regular basis. It has to be a weekly basis. That's not happiness to me, boo-boo. But it was just, it was what she wanted to say, but she didn't say it. And, you know, she kind of just stared weird in the mirror. And I was just like, baby, at this point, she just lost. So she was even more lost because I was like, so... It's clear to me that Nate watches too much porn. The way he's choking her, and some people might like choking, okay? And that's your business. You like choking, choke it up, okay? You like it, I love it. But it's just clear he watches too much porn. The fact that they just feel so comfortable be smashing in the house, being this loud, it's just so unnecessary to me. And then you eat my damn food afterwards? Hell no. No. Where is the parents in Euphoria? I don't understand. Well, obviously the parents right downstairs listen to the kids have sex, just reminiscing about their own past sex dreams. So I don't know what's going on. Just fix it, Jesus. But I did like that they were listening to Selena at the pool when she was hanging out with Maddie. And I love Maddie's relationship with the little boy that she babysits. I think it's just super cute. But she, you know, Maddie is kind of having this conversation like, you know, she feels like she wants to be with Nate. And now that she's not with Nate and she's missing Nate, she's trying to figure out, like, should I have left Nate? Like, was our relationship really toxic? Like, I was like, yes, baby, your relationship is toxic, okay? Leave him alone. Now, Cassie telling you the truth, even though she only saying that because she's smashing you dude right now. But I was like, baby, you are better than this. You are beautiful, okay? You have a life ahead of you. Why? Why does everybody's drawers get wet for Nate? I don't understand it. But, you know what? That's it, okay? At the end of the episode, Nate left her ass on red. She instead in the middle of the street looking like a dumbass while Nate takes flowers to Maddie. And I just can't because, like, my nerves are getting bad right now. And I said I was going to practice mental peace in 2022. And talking about Cassie and how I just can't. Let me talk about Lexi because she's the only person that got her mind right. So Lexi is going to do a play. And the play is called This Is Life. And I was like, look at Lexi getting her Tyler Perry on. Writer, director, creator, producer. I said, girl, be Tyler Perry. Make your own studio, boo. Do what you gotta do. So she's making this play because she felt like in her life she's always been an observer. Like, she's watching everything happen like it's a movie. but not actually like, you know, participating, doing something herself. And so she decides to make this movie, which you might think is about Cassie, but it's not about Cassie. It's actually about her, because the sidekick should have a show about them. Lexi is absolutely right. But these interviews, okay, when Rue was hot with these shades in the interview, it was just too much. But I'm happy that the principal greenlit the play. I can't wait to see it. I love that she is having a diverse group of people. She got a black girl as her right-hand person. I'm here for all of this, Lexi. I'm here to support you in any way, shape, or form I can. But I also want you to get your backbone out by Fesco. That's just a wish that I have for you, because you deserve, baby, everything. But let's talk about Rue, because Rue is out of control. And also, too, this is why I have issues with Jules, y'all, okay? Hear me out. I'm going to back it up with facts, but this is a clear example why I have issues with Jules, okay? I am here for dancing Rue this season. I just love seeing her dance, minus the drugs, but I love her dancing. Like, girl, if you could do that without the drugs, like, it would be perfect. You're just so fun. I like how she was dancing to, I think she was dancing to Irresponsible by Bobby Darin. But Chef's Kiss was is it Young Mari or Young M.A.? I'm going to say Young Mari. I'm sure I got it wrong. Y'all going to curse me out in the comment section. Do what y'all do. But I liked that. That's who her poster was as she was dancing. But you can't tell me that her mom and her sister are just oblivious that she's on drugs. At least Gia been side-eyeing her the entire time. Like, this behavior is not normal. What is actually going on? But I was dying laughing with how Gia's staring at her as she's like in the kitchen dancing, because she hears the soundtrack in her head. But Gia's sitting like, Bish, what is you doing? And then this is when she was like, Rue's like, and then the damn, I'm just like, I really like Rue this season. Just the fun Rue minus the drugs. I don't want y'all to think I'm saying do drugs, y'all, but I'm just saying, you know, I like fun Rue. I like her. But when she ends up doing this slideshow about being on drugs and basically how to, you know, how to be a functioning drug addict around people you care, people who love you, okay? So it's how to get away with being a drug addict. And the step one is she decided she was going to find a cover drug. So she tells her sister, like, hey, I think I'm going to start smoking weed. And then her sister got pissed, like went off on her. And as they cut to her drinking cough syrup, I said, baby, it can't be this bad that you're drinking this cough syrup. But I know that is what people do. I was just like, this is just too much. When she did, they had the slideshow of her pissing her pants doing drugs. I said, baby, it's okay. I didn't piss my pants before. I just feel like we got to be honest. I was young. I'll never forget I was in a fitting room and I was with some other people, another family on vacation. I did piss my pants in the dressing room. And when they asked me what happened, I did lie about it. I said I sat in some piss. Now, she looked at me like, bitch, I know you didn't sit in no damn piss. You would have smelled the piss before you actually sit in the piss. I lied, because who wants to admit at 8 years old, I wasn't 8, I was like 7. I was probably 8, probably older, but it's okay. People piss on themselves, okay? It's okay, all right? So, I don't know why I told y'all that story, but, you know, we're family now, because now you know I pissed my pants. And I know some of you have too, and that's okay. That's what makes you you. So, now that I'm completely off topic, so she told her that she wants to smoke weed because she has panic attacks. And Gia called her selfish, rightfully so. And then, like, she ran into her room, slammed the door. They going back and forth. Gia was finna beat Rue ass, okay? Gia was like, push me one more time, bro. Push me one more time and see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lay your ass out. She didn't say all of that, but that's basically what she should have said to her. But they going back and forth. Then Rue gaslights her and tells her that she is having panic attacks because she's contemplating suicide, and so that's all she thinks about. And if you want to tell mom, you can tell her, but this is the only way for me not to kill myself. And I said I wanted to go fight Rue at this point, because I can't believe that you are doing this literally to your sister. I just cannot. I really want us to delve deeper into Gia and just how she is dealing with all of this, because Rue is just so damn disrespectful. I just do not understand it. So of course, this is her gaslighting her. And, of course, the second thing is gaslighting. But we see that Ju is having this issue about Elliot and Rue. And she doesn't trust them. She doesn't understand why she didn't mention it to her, how they met. She just feels like something is wrong. And so then she basically asks Elliot, like, do you want to F Rue? And then she asks him, like, are you straight? He's like, kind of. She's like, well, are you gay? He's like, kind of. And she's like, bisexual? He's like, no. And then they're going back and forth. She asking him all these questions, got the light in his face. I thought it was really funny how this was happening. But why did Rue call her a whore? When Rue called Jules a whore, I had to die laughing. I was like, what? Huh? But why was she avoiding the question about have her and Rue had sex yet? Seems like she has a problem with that, which we delve into a little bit deeper in the episode. But Rue asks him like, how many men have you slept with? And then like he was like, well, how many people you did? And she's like, it doesn't matter. And he was like, well, it does, because I want to know, like, how many men did you have to sleep with to realize that you were interested in men? And I was like, that was a good question. That was a question I would like to have an answer to as well. But we see that Jules and Ellie are kind of going back and forth. Ellie kind of calls her out because she's like, how are you a trans woman wearing a binder? How does that make sense? And then she gave this response, and he was like, it sounds like a Twitter thread. And I was like, yes, it does. But that's her business on what, she wants to do in the first place. But I got scared when Rue and them were riding their bikes. And when she pulled up, like Cal drove by her, he kind of looked at her and got scared and sped the hell on up. Cal was like, I'm finna get the hell up out of here. I ain't got time for none of this. But then we see that Rue and Jules end up getting steamy on the air conditioning unit, whatever you call it. I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm supposed to be focusing on them, like, getting hot and heavy. But I was really concerned, like, are y'all going to mess up this air conditioning unit? Why do y'all feel comfortable being outside like this on the air conditioning unit? Like, if someone wouldn't get suspicious they heard someone in the backyard. I just need to stop worrying about this, because clearly I'm just going to have high anxiety watching Euphoria every single week. But Rue ends up, we see that Rue talks about how she has drugs to kind of keep the happy moments going. And it's just really sad to hear something like that for someone who feels like they're so dependent on drugs just for them to actually be happy. But we see that they're having this truth or dare. Elliot dares Jules to have pee in the middle of the street. I don't understand the obsession with pee, but okay, do what you do. And then when they dare Elliot to go to the dude, talk about you want to poop on each other, and they started chasing him, it was funny. But Rue ends up getting this business idea. So she has this business idea. She gives it to Fez, and I was like, now sis, everybody knows when you do your business plan, you got to sell them on the idea of the business first before you get into the ask. The ask is the last thing you do after you have sold them and had them commit to something. You led with the money. All Fez heard was like 5K and drugs. Hell no. And then when she did the little look back again, beesh, it's still no. But Rue's facial expressions when she does drugs is just too much for me. It is funny to me, and I know it's not. I know it's serious that she's doing drugs. But at this point, like, it is what it is. But she has this business idea. She ends up going to Lori, the supplier, teacher, like whatever she is. She goes to her house. And her man up in there naked. I was like, I'm not even mad at him. He like, this is my house. You think I'm gonna put on some clothes for you? No, you're gonna get these ass, okay? And these balls. That's what you're gonna get. So she talks about, like, I'm a dreamer. And Steve Jobs is my idol. And I was like, huh? Like, have all this make sense for me? But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Rue had a really good idea. The whole thing of having minors sell drugs because they do get a less harsher sentence, and actually having access to their iCloud or their phone so they can bribe them in case they wanted to snitch. It actually is a good idea, and that was a genius idea for Rue. I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, Lori, please don't give her $10,000 worth of drugs. And even when Lori warned her, I feel like this is foreshadowing about if you mess up my money, hoe, I will sell you. I will sell your ass. Don't take my kindness for weakness. And so Rue riding on this bicycle to Gangster Nation, like literally riding a bicycle, carrying a suitcase full of drugs. And the fact that she took the drugs to NA, it just sent me the entire time. I was just like, have this make sense to me. But before I get into how Rue was so disrespectful to Ali, let me tell you why I have a problem with Jules. I don't trust Jules. This whole past 3 episodes, Jules doesn't trust Rue and Elliot together. And even though Elliot was kind of true, like, I do see Rue as an asexual person and not necessarily a sexual person. And we clearly know that Jules is a sexual person. So that would be something hard to see. Like, how can you be with somebody if you're sexual and they're not? That just couldn't work for somebody like me. I'm a virgin, my parents are watching, but you know, if they're not watching, I can't be with nobody that's not sexual. It's just not possible. No way, shape, or form. No! So Elliot is then talking about like, well, you're like so affable and you're cute, you're smart, you're talented, you're awkward, your hair is cut just like Kurt Cobain. I was like, hold on, how you flirting? After you said you had a crush on Rue, then you flirting, and then Jules, you flirting back? This is why I don't trust Jules. This is why I don't trust Jules. How you sitting up here flirting? I feel like they gonna end up having sex. That's just me. It's just y'all too close for comfort. I don't even want y'all hanging out by yourselves. And you sit there and talk about, why do I feel like there's something that you're not telling me, Elliot? Bitch, why does it feel like you're flirting with him in the first place? Sitting up here trying to accuse him or Rue have something going on, and you sitting up here flirting, and Elliot, you flirting back. Haven't made sense for me. Okay, I'm gonna stop because my nerves are getting bad and we practicing mental peace. Let me just go into Rue, and I'm just gonna stop because it's okay. So Rue brings her suitcase of drugs to NA. Ali side-eyeing her just like I'm side-eyeing her too, okay? So at the end, Ali asks her, like, Bish, what is in this damn suitcase? She talking about school books. And he said, and why are you dressed like a Jehovah Witness? I said, now, Ali, did you have to say she was dressed like a Jehovah Witness? But, I mean, like, it ain't like he was lying. No shade to Jehovah Witnesses. That's your business. But Rue told him to shut the F up. I said, hold on, Bish. You might be able to curse your mama out, but you'll just be cursing black elders out like this. You gonna get run up and down up. And so he was like, hold on, ho. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. He didn't call her ho, and I mean it respectfully anyway. But, you know, he goes off on her, and then she was like, thank goodness no one's looking for you to be a parent. And baby, I got scared when Ali went off, and it was really disrespectful or rude. Like, you don't use someone's past against them, just like he doesn't use your past against you. It's very disrespectful because he shared something special with telling his story to her, trying to you know, get her together. So, he went off on her. And this is my number one pet peeve with black elders, okay? Why do black elders tell you to shut up until you don't say nothing, and then when they done having a rant talking about, do you hear me? Didn't you just tell me I couldn't say nothing to you? And you talking about, do you hear me? Do I tug on my ear yet? You just said don't say nothing, and then you talking about, do you hear me? I don't understand. So she goes home, and her mom was like, oh, hey, what are you doing? She was like, oh, I was auditioning for her play, Oklahoma. And I said, it's clear that Rue nor her mother have actually watched Oklahoma, because that has, like, okay. So then Rue ends up doing the drugs that she's supposed to be selling. I was like, Rue, you can't dip into your supply. Like, that's not how it works. So I know this is going to be a bad idea from the get-go. So I don't know what the hell is going to happen to Rue, but I am highly scared for her. I am really scared for Rue's life at this point in time. And I just want Cal to live in his truth and to be happy and stop being raggedy like the rest of his family. It goes to show how this generational trauma, or, you know, how it is passed down, and you have to figure out a way to actually break the cycle. So I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. I'm very scared for Rue. I want Ayanna to come help fix Cassie's life and Maddie's life, because Maddie, I just want them to do an exorcism to get the demon that makes them attracted to Nate out of their body. But yeah, I'm happy that Lexi is doing her show. I can't wait to see it. And I'm just going to pray for Rue and Cassie and Maddie and Cal. We're just going to pray for the whole cast, y'all. We're going to lay hands on the whole cast and hope that they get better. But I like this episode. I like getting the backstory on Cal. So I want to hear an update on Derek. Okay, somebody let me know what happened with Derek. I just need to know. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Euphoria Season 2, Episode 3, Ruminations, Big and Little Bullies. As always, my name is Sharana from Payroll Waits, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000, and until I see you again,